Grace and peace, beautiful people. Grace and peace. This is part 2. As I said, I'm going to go ahead and come on right back because I don't want to leave you confused. I'm not even going to do my intro. I'm going to just get right back into it. So, as I mentioned to my little sister, you're taking away his particular power whenever you are having those interactions with the opposite sex. Also, if you think about it, once you get to a certain age, you will not be able to understand that all your life, because there's a chance that within your family, there's a generational curse that's running through the lineage of all the women, to the point to where none of those women have ever experienced a man before. What do you mean by that? Break that down to me. I got you, sis. Watch this. Until a man starts to live out his purpose, then what he's doing is he's basically only being a shell of himself. You heard me? To the point to where he's only operating out of his ego. And as long as he operates out of his ego, he's going to miss who God created him to become. Okay? Now to my little brother, you know what I'm saying? Here's the deal, brother. As long as you allow yourself to only operate like your friends operate, you're going to miss the boat on a lot of different things within this life. Because what I need you to understand, bro, is everybody that you know have pissed away their 20s. Everybody. From your mama to your daddy to your uncles. If you got a brother that's in his 20s, peep out what he doing. Probably playing the video games or whatever the situation is, going to the club, maybe having some, you know what I'm saying, a little this, a little that, or whatever the deal, or he may be in the game, whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Everybody have pissed away their 20s that you know. Now let me go back to my little sister. Little sis, here's the deal. None of the women in your family had a man. Because it's a chance that, because in this life, what I need you to understand is this. There's things that you are going to come in to break as far as those generational curses. You heard me? In my last message, if something that resonated with you, I want you to fully understand that. But the chances are, I don't know at what point you're going to actually listen to these messages. But as long as you continue, you may be a little shy little girl. You heard, man? I don't know what the situation is. Or better yet, this may be your first time away from home in college. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand there's going to be a lot of temptation that's going to go on while you're in college. But the question is that I have for you is what's going to set you apart from what the rest of what the rest of the group is doing. I always want you to remember that. You heard, man? Life is like Tetris. When you fit in, you disappear. As soon as you disappear, you're only operating, because this is something that y'all call it these days. Y'all operate in demon mode. You ever hear somebody say demon mode or whatever the deal is? My baby, listen, do not be in the mix of that demon mode stuff, because those portals are wide open at that particular point in time, especially if you're out there having drinks or whatever the deal. If you out there operating crazy, you have dress or whatever the situation is, you never know what can happen. But you need to always be so you gotta make sure you pay attention to your surroundings, because if you don't pay attention to your surroundings, you never know who's going to be there beefing with somebody else or trying to operate by making you do something that you don't want to do. Because once you get up in age, my baby, what's going to happen is you're going to basically be giving your life to these men by making him think that you love him until he takes away that essential element. And then you're starting to feel like you're not loved. But what you didn't understand at this age is that men or boys or certain ones are not taught how to love. Okay? So he may tell you he loves you, but at the same time, he doesn't know what love is yet, because at this age level, it don't work like that. Now, chances are you may be already in a situation where you've had a baby already, or you may currently be pregnant. You know what I'm saying? And now you're hearing this, and now you're thinking the worst on behalf of what I'm saying. But what I need you to understand is that not all situations work out. Because let me tell you why. Now, you may not understand this once you get to my age, but I love it that I'm getting the chance to tell you now. In school, matter of fact, my little brother and my little sister, check this out. In school, they taught you that a positive times a negative is a negative, and a negative times a positive is a negative, and a negative times a negative is a positive. But what I need y'all to understand is that in this realm, in this world, you got to think we are all experiencing different worlds. Okay, depending on what you think is what you'll see. Okay, I don't know if not too many people maybe never told you that or whatever the deal is, but this whole life is based off of energy. Whatever energy you give off is the type of energy that you attract. Now, listen to the breakdown. Within this realm, if your energy is in a negative and you're going, because okay, let me go back. Let's say that you only had one parent in the household. Chances are you was with your mama, and chances are you was with your daddy. Now, the Matrix is going to tell you that Papa was a Rolling Stone. But the Matrix is not going to tell you what their particular role was within that Papa was a Rolling Stone. They're only going to tell you something that's going to benefit them within that conversation with you, because in this life, you're either manipulating somebody or somebody's manipulating you. That's how this whole world works. You heard, man? Now, if you would have been 40 or more listening to this, you'd have been like, oh, okay, that sounds good. And you would have never thought, just like a multitude, never think that this has anything to do with them. Okay, so let's keep going. They said that Papa was a Rolling Stone. So chances are they're going to make you believe that your father didn't love you. Okay? But chances are, this is what I need you to understand. The world spins on an axis. Okay? It goes around in a circle on the axis. You already know they taught you this in school. So what does that actually mean in life? Within life, what happens is, remember what I was talking about in the last video on certain people that they dropped out of high school, or they didn't finish, or they graduated and then they're not going to college. This is what happens when you don't graduate, or you do graduate and you don't go to college. In this day and era, what this is doing is putting you in queue to get pregnant. So, to my little brother, if you choose to not go to college, now I'm not saying you have to go to college. You heard me? Because I went to college, but the thing about it is, they said go to college and get your degree and make something of yourself. Well, what they didn't say was go to college, get you a degree so you can come and build somebody else's dream. No, we not doing that no more. You heard, man? It's time to make a shift, because if you don't be the one to make a shift, it has to go on your babies. Now, you may not have babies until you're in your 30s or something, so this is a long time from now. But strategically, if you extract what you need to extract out of this particular message, you're going to change the narrative going forward. You heard me? Because your big brother love you. Little fella, I love you, my brother. You heard me? You probably ain't never heard this from your father. But at the same time, my brother, listen, I'm going to stand with the fathers, because I definitely understand what can happen, because there's other spirits that you don't know that some of your family members actually possess. Now, all this time, you've been thinking that you got a crazy aunt or a crazy uncle or whatever the situation is. No, what that's showing you. Let me tell you what this is showing you. That way, once you get to a certain age, you're going to be like, oh, okay, that all makes sense. But like I said, if I would tell you at your 40s, you'll be like, nah, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Here's the situation. Think about your friends. There are certain friends that you'll have that you'll talk to about certain things and talk to others about other things. Now remember, in this life, in this realm, we're either manipulating somebody or we're getting manipulated by somebody. So once you get to a certain age, you're gonna be way far beyond a lot of people. You heard me? Because your big brother love you. I'm telling you, I see why God set this all up. You know what I'm saying? Now, at the beginning, yeah, nobody may not even share this. So just think, if you never got this type of information when I'm putting it out, that means there's people that you know that have access to this, and they've been trying to keep this information from you. But anyway, let's keep going. To my little brother. Here's the situation, babe. You might be a little, you know what I'm saying, you probably did your thing in high school, you know what I'm saying? You was, played ball or whatever the situation is, and now you about to make that decision to go ahead and get into a college, you know what I'm saying, and this and that, and you have a little girlfriend. My brother, listen, I'm not going to be the bearer of bad news, but you need to shut that down. You heard me? You need to shut it down. Now, I'm not trying to talk bad on your religion. You probably got you a nice little woman, came from a nice little family, but at the same time, listen, my brother, there's something that's called semen retention. Okay? I need you to look that up. That's your homework from your big brother. I need you to look it up, because if you choose to try this, understand this. You're saying that you're the best. You heard me? But I need you to understand, once you get to college, everybody gonna be the best from the area too. That's what I had to learn the day that I got to Grambling. You heard me? I'm like, man, yeah, my brother, oh, it's coming. You heard me? It's coming. But let's get back to the situation at hand. I need you to look up semen retention, because what I need you to understand, this is the reason why I had to start this about 4 months ago, and it's making sense now. I don't know at what point you're going to finally see this video, but at the same time, I'm on a streak as we speak. But this is the streak I need you to understand. The men that's around you, they never taught you about this, because chances are they didn't know about this. So don't start looking at them funny because they're not telling you what you really need to understand. Because I remember when I told my friends, I told some family members, all the men, my particular message was not acknowledged at all. Now think about it like this. You may have already had sex with somebody. You heard me? But this is what I need you to understand. I don't care how pretty she is, how fine she is, whatever the particulars may be. If you take away that particular element, that little girl gonna leave you alone, because she's already having other little girls in her ear, and she gonna think that she missing out on something because you don't want to give it up no more. But this is what I need you to understand. There's only 1% of men that are on semen retention these days. You heard me? Now, your mom or your daddy may get mad because I'm telling you this. Now, that's cool, because one thing I've learned within this particular journey is that people going to always be mad. But the thing about it is, they'll never be mad at the individual that's in the mirror for losing so much time, which is really not lost time. It's about understanding, because we're going to get to that too. Understanding that everything that has happened in your life so far have been designed by you, because this is nothing but a video game. You heard me? Eventually, we're going to be able to have a conversation, be able to chop it up. You know what I'm saying? It's so much I'm going to teach you. It's so much I'm going to show you. I'm going to give you the blueprint, and we're going to recreate the black man or the white man or whatever, because what I need y'all to understand is, if you have skin, this message is for you. I was never raised to see color. I don't even believe that there's color, because if you think about it, if we all standing in a room and the lights are off, all kind of different nationalities, whatever. Because you got to think it's a trick of the devil to make people turn against each other. And I'm not trying to get you to turn. I'm telling you, listen, I love people, period. You heard, man? If we all standing in a room, you turn all the lights off and we start holding conversation, you tell me, how would you know who's who? Think about it. You've been programmed to think the way that you think currently. You know what I'm saying? So if I can help extract this particular or change this particular programming now, it may be able to save you before you get to about 30. 2 different baby mamas, 3 baby mamas, 4 baby mamas. I met a dude one time, he had 7 baby mamas. He was number like 32 years old at the time. You heard, man? The men around you gonna make you think that you on or the little dudes around you gonna make you think that you on whenever you doing what you doing with all these different females. But strategically, I'm gonna tell you, you messing up the next generation of women. Think about it, it's been going on for years now. You heard, man? You're gonna have to accept responsibility, because what I need you to understand is that you remember, you play your part too, just like she play her part. She's going to take your essence out of you, and once you get her pregnant or whatever the deal is, or if you listening to this message now and you then take away this situation because you want to try to get into that 1%, I'm telling you, she's going to turn on you. You heard me? She gonna turn on you. She gonna tell all kind of people that you ain't this, you ain't that, or whatever. She gonna have all kind of people believing something about you. You heard, man? And you gonna be like, man, all I'm trying to do is, do what's best for me. They not gonna hear that, my brother. You heard, man? They not, man. Listen, I got so much to tell you, boy. You heard, man? My baby, little sis, I got so much to tell you. You heard, man? I need you to stay pure. You heard, man? The longer you stay pure and the longer you stop believing that your little boyfriend or little husband one day is just in your area, you heard me? Think about it. This world is big. Somebody gonna be trying to get you to believe, or better yet, nobody gonna even try to talk to you about it. Try to let you know that there's people everywhere. You don't have to just lock yourself down and have a soul tie just to your area. You heard, man? You saying that you grown. Well, let's travel. You heard, man? There's grown people that don't travel. And later on in life, you're going to understand that there's something with a travel business. That you can get you a travel business. But if you're promoting to people that don't travel or was never taught to travel, you know what I'm saying? Then how can you make money? As a business owner, what I need y'all to understand is whatever business you're doing or whatever you do, what you've done, you got to try to figure out how to help your customers make money too, so that way they can help you pay for your services. If I told you this while you was 40, you would not be even thinking, man, this ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm already, you're going to be hiding behind a 9 to 5, but you're going to just sit out there and just throw up a post on one of these platforms and just hope for somebody to come and help you. That doesn't work like that. You heard me? That's the reason why I want to get at you while you're young, because I can help you with so many different social media strategies, especially if you are already an entrepreneur. You heard me? I can give you the game, because what I need you to understand at this area of life, I'm already at 19 minutes. I'm going to have to come back and do a number 3. You heard me? So I hope that there was something that was said to help you project your thoughts in a different manner. You heard me? Get inside the comments. Let me know what it is that you're going through, and I'm going to make videos on behalf of your situation so you can really get the understanding and extract what you need and help other people extract what they need, because that's what life is all about. We are all here to help each other, but if I'd have waited to talk to you and you fought this, you would have missed this whole particular opportunity to help everybody within your family have a different thought while you're young. I'm giving you so much wisdom early, so we're going to go down this street street together, baby. We in this thing. Hey, grace and peace.